Right, I've got these corner brackets, so the idea is stick these on the bottom of the build plate or underneath the build plate, and the build plate itself, well, the print bed and the build plate will just tuck against the edges. Now the problem with these is they have these like bumps in. So I've got about 8 of these, I think, because when I ordered them, I ordered 2. We put the coming lots of 4 15mm, can't remember the height, put some details below. I'm going to try and flatten these out. Well, I tried almost chiseling off with a bolster, which did seem to cut it a bit, but as you see, it's bent apart. So then I use this rotary tool, Dremel, cutting disc. Obviously had some safety goggles, well, glasses on, held them in this small wrench here, hand vice sort of thing, and ground them off. There actually be a hole in there. Ground those bumps off, so now it should a little bit of a hole in there as well, and a tiny one in there, yeah, because it does dent in like this, so when you grind it off it do get a hole in. So that should fit on the bottom of this build plate. Alright, I'll have to clean these off, so I've got dust on. So that's just a cutting disc. Have to be careful. Reinforced cutting disc, which is recommended. Don't buy any other type, but make sure you get the reinforced ones, because the other type just snap as soon as look at them. Well, I had to cut out this like section here. That's to allow for, in my case, a BL touch, which goes over about here as it comes along. Otherwise the BL touch will catch on the edge. Now you have to also be careful about the heat block catching on any of the sides that stick up here. You might have to realign like the carriage a bit. I did. This needs cleaning because it's got metal dust on. I've only just not long finished it, I'll show you that. So as well as these being ground out, these bumps, and that one, cut that out, okay. So that's going on the left hand side of the back of the carriage, the left hand side, like this, and the other one's on the right. So this is with the cutout here I showed you, and that's for this pin here. If I move this left, well actually hang on a bit, because I'll have to home this first. Like I say about this surface here, it's very reflective, as you see here, reflecting all of this up here, and that can be a nuisance when you're looking through, especially this webcam I've got on here for octo print. I'll show you this pin. See, that goes through that gap. Now what I've also had to do in this case is line like front and back, so that edge, there's a bit of a gap between the fan shroud and this back piece here for me. But this is all going to change anyway, and to do that also for this I do need this device on here to bring, it moves this switch, the Y carriage switch forward. One's getting caught up, sorry, on the camera. Okay, that's right forward just about at the moment. But that moves the carriage forward. Yeah, you do still get the 350 mil bed print size here when you move this forward. Don't worry about that. But that, because the nozzle is moved forward with this device here, this fan shroud. This is something I'm working on. That's what I'm going to be trying to print out next. I will also probably move this Beel Touch further right when I redesign this as well. So yeah, that's okay. That's not catching on this. As I say, you have to line it up just right so that that back part that sticks up like this one doesn't catch on the heat block or any parts of this, and that cutout needs done for this Beel Touch pin. Right, I've actually stuck just some sellotape around the parts I don't want this to go on, which is the same I used to stick the magnetic, well not the magnetic, in my other video, stick parts to the build plate, not the magnetic because that does have adhesive in. Give this a shake. And again upside down, clean out the nozzle. Now that needs to be left to go tacky. Then I'm going to see about second, it's really awkward here, putting one of these on each of these corners, okay? So we've got to give this a couple of minutes. Very cobwebby. Yep, it's going tacky already. Just a second, let me try and get round here. So the idea is put this in this corner. Now I've still got the sellotape on. Press up. Holding that in, pressing up firmly. Holding it in position a second or two. And likewise with this other corner over here. Pressing, squeezing that quite firmly there, and I'm going to leave that a couple of hours, I think, at least 2 hours. Then I'll come back after that time, and well, it's been a couple of hours now. I don't think you really need 2 hours to let me try. Yeah, that's on there pretty solid. I'm not going to push it really hard, but I am pushing it a bit. Now the only problem here is getting the sellotape, some of the sellotape off here, which I tried to use. I'll scrape it off with a small screwdriver, I think, something like that. Take my word for it, that's on there pretty solid. Let's actually do a bit of a test here. So this is the textured sheet, and I can push it up against those brackets, come down, yep, spot on, straight here, straight here. Let's do another, turn it over. Now there's a bit of slight bit of glue stick on this side, and I'm putting that in pretty rough, as you see there. Push it back. Yep, straight on there, straight on there. So that's ideal there. I'll just zoom into that. As I say, I'll have to probably try and catch some of the sellotape with a small screwdriver down the edges. I'll do that off camera. But that glue seems, well, that thermal fix seems pretty strong. I did use it on to stick the glass, because this is on glass, the magnetic sheet. I did use this to stick that onto the aluminium sheet if you look at my other video. Mainly for cars, and this will do with temperatures as shown there. 120, I think that is 248, and that's supposed to be Fahrenheit there. Okay, on the 248 side. Yep, happy with that.